Welcome to an excursion through the pages of unexplained history, an entry to secrets that even the most honed logical personalities can't completely unwind. This video investigates 20 of the most confusing photos and disclosures from around the globe. Every one of these previews offers an interesting look into incomprehensible occasions and items from quite a while ago. Number 1. The mysterious sphere stones of Costa Rica. It's a secret profound inside the rainforests of Costa Rica. The stone circles of Tequist have charmed archaeologists and specialists for quite a long time. These completely circular stones, running in size from a couple of centimeters to more than 2 meters in distance across, have enamored minds and ignited incalculable hypotheses about their starting point and reason. The exact technique for making of these stone circles stays a riddle. They were created with such accuracy that they have astounded specialists who battle to fathom how old civic establishments accomplished such even flawlessness. The stones are made out of granodiorite, extremely hard rock, making their creation significantly more great. The reason behind these baffling circles is similarly mysterious. A few speculations recommend that they were utilized for galactic or strict purposes, while others recommended that they filled in as markers for navigational or regional limits. Some even theorized that they might be leftovers of a lost, antiquated human advancement or have extraterrestrial beginnings. The circles hold social and verifiable importance for the native individuals of Costa Rica, and they have been assigned as an UNESCO World Legacy Site. Endeavors to grasp their starting points and importance proceed right up till now, yet numerous questions stay unanswered. The stone circles of Costa Rica stand as a demonstration of the inventiveness of old human advancements. They likewise act as a wake-up call that there are still innumerable marvels holding on to be found and interpreted, holding privileged insights that might reveal insight into the rich, what's more, different history of our planet. Number 2. The mysterious 1911 aircraft picture. That's what in 1911 a photo arose, lighted a tempest of contention and hypothesis. It portrays an intricate aircraft apparently drifting over the city of Huntington, West Virginia. Anyway, what makes this photo really confounding is that the plan of the aircraft shows up innovatively progressed for the period, and its presence stays undocumented beyond this picture. The carrier in the image has a smoothed out shape and a few propellers. Furthermore, it appears to convey a critical number of travelers, a glaring difference to the simple little Limit Zeppelins and inflatables generally utilized in the mid-20th years. Besides, it originates before the development of the primary dirigible style carrier in the US by quite a long while. Numerous hypotheses have arisen trying to make sense of this photograph. Some guess that it was a cutting-edge creation by a splendid obscure innovator who was basically forward-thinking. Others recommend a trick, either as a useful joke or a piece of early Photoshop slyness. Anyway, no proof of altering has been recognized in the photograph, and the personality of the picture taker and their inspiration stay obscure. Notwithstanding the hypothesis, the 1911 aircraft photograph stays a verifiable peculiarity that resists simple clarification. It fills in as a tempting look at a secret that is, however, to be settled, and a captivating diversion throughout the entire existence of human flight. Number 3. The mystery of unknown time traveler. In 2010, a charming photo from 1941 re-emerged, portraying the returning of the South Fork span in Goldbridge, English Columbia. The group accumulated for the occasion is generally precisely what one could expect for the time period. Anyway, one figure specifically stands apart. He's been named the time-voyaging fashionable person, the man being referred to seems, by all accounts, to be wearing current clothing, counting a logo-printed shirt, a hoodie or sweater, and shades, all strikingly awkward in the 1941 setting. Moreover, he is by all accounts holding a present-day style camera, which adds another layer of secret. Doubters have recommended sensible clarifications. The shades, for instance, were not all the way out of the inquiry. For the time, the logo on the man's shirt could be from a Montreal Maroons hockey group sweater, a genuine thing accessible in the 1940s. Concerning the camera, it could be a Kodak collapsing pocket model. What, while strange, were in presence at that point. Anyway, regardless of these justifications, not a great reason has totally dissipated the creepy, in a tight spot impression that the figure radiates. The discussion about the character and fleeting beginning of this man has ignited intense discussions in both scholar and online networks. In any event, producing speculations of time travel, the time-voyaging fashionable person stays a mystery, a peculiar deviation in a verifiable photograph, whether a person who goes back and forth through time, a surprising dresser, or a basic optical deception. The secret of this man proceeds to charm and frustrate us. Number 4. The unidentified flying object in the Madonna with Saint Giovannino painting. A repetitive topic in the unexplained is the presence of chronologically misguided objects in verifiable fine art. A perfect representation is found in the 15th century painting the Madonna with Holy Person Giovannino, credited to the Italian craftsman Domenico Ghirlandaio. The puzzle lies not with the essential subjects, however, with a curious component behind the scenes. In the canvas we see the Virgin Mary with a newborn child, Holy Person, John the Baptist, over her left shoulder. Anyway, one can see an odd gleaming item overhead seen by a man and his canine. The man is by all accounts safeguarding his eyes, perhaps showing the brilliance of the article. The shape and gleam of the item have driven a few onlookers to estimate that it addresses an unidentified flying article, UFO, and they refer to this as could really be expected verifiable proof of extraterrestrial life. Moreover, the item appears to have beams of light exuding from it, adding to its extraordinary vibe. Cynics contend that the item is a portrayal of the heavenly, potentially addressing a heavenly messenger or the essence of God. Normal themes and strict fine art of the period. Others recommend it could address the Star of Bethlehem or a wonderful sign in the sky. In spite of these understandings, the specific significance, what's more, portrayal of the abnormal article in the artistic creation stay obscure. The Madonna with Holy Person Giovannino is a convincing illustration of the secrets and discusses encompassing the translation of verifiable fine arts, particularly when they seem to portray objects a long ways ahead of their time. Number 5. The Piri Reis Map. The Piri Reis Map, named after its maker, the footstool chief of naval operations and map maker Piri Reis, has baffled students of history and researchers. The same since its disclosure attracted 1513. The guide is a world guide with an emphasis on the shorelines of Europe and North Africa, at the middle the Atlantic Sea and portions of the Americas and Antarctica. The secret untruths in its shockingly precise portrayal of parts of the Americas, especially South America's shoreline. Recollect that in 1513 European information of the New World was still in its early stages, yet the guide portrays topographical highlights with a degree of detail that shouldn't have been workable for the time. Significantly more confounding is its portrayal of the Antarctic coast liberated from ice. The last time Antarctica is accepted to have been sans ice is around 34 million, quite a while back, some time before human progress. How is it that Piri could Reis have approached such data the guide is accepted to have been gathered from an assortment of sources, some of which, as indicated by Piri bigoted notes, were old and no more exist? Could these have included maps from a former development with cutting-edge cartographic information? Doubters propose that the portrayal of Antarctica depends on guess, mixed-up understandings, or misdrawn portions of South America. Some likewise contend that the guide shows what mariners of the time thought the world looked like, as opposed to being an precise record. No matter what the clarifications, the Piri Reis Map keeps on perplexing scientists. Its inquisitive abnormalities and astonishing precision act as a demonstration of the intricacies of history and the profundity of our predecessors' information. Number 6. The 1964 Solway Spaceman Photograph. Quite possibly of the most puzzling photo in late history, rose up out of a quiet family outing in 1964. Jim Templeton, a fireman from Carlisle, Britain, snapped a picture of his girl in a field close Solway Firth. At the point when the photograph was created, it uncovered a surprising figure behind the scenes, the appearing spaceman. The figure has all the earmarks of being a tall, white-clad substance with a head protector or visor remaining with its has returned to the camera. Templeton guaranteed there was no other person around when he snapped the picture. The film was even inspected by Kodak and police picture takers, who, viewed as no proof of altering, doubters have recommended that the spaceman was really Templeton's better half, unintentionally caught in the casing, her blue dress overexposed and showing up white in the photograph. The head protector could be her hair, and the alleged counsel may be the shadow of her hair across her face. In spite of the sensible clarifications, the photograph keeps on charming minds. It has been the subject of various programs and narratives cultivating hypotheses about outsiders, time explorers, and interdimensional creatures. The secret of the Solway Firth spaceman stays a notorious piece of unexplained history. Number 7. The anachronistic 1930s beach photograph. Once in a while, the most fascinating secrets are found in standard settings. For example, the case with an undated photo from the 1930s showing beachgoers on the English Columbia coast in Canada. In the midst of the average oceanside clothing of the time, one man stands apart, leading to the secret of the writing person who jumps through time. The man being referred to seems, by all accounts, to be wearing present-day clothing, a realistic shirt, shorts, furthermore, hairstyled such that is more befitting of the late 20th or mid-21st century than the 1930s. This has prompted hypotheses recommending that the man is a person who goes back and forth through time. Anyway, cynics have proposed more dull clarifications. It's been proposed that the man's advanced shirt is really a sweater moved up at the sleeves, and his shorts are only moved up slacks, both possibly conceivable for a hot oceanside day. His cutting edge haircut may likewise be a result of the wind or wet hair as opposed to a impression of design erroneous date, yet the photo keeps on inciting discussion and hypothesis in spite of possible sensible clarifications. The writing person who goes back and forth through time holds in quality of secret, whether he's an ongoing explorer, a stylish individual, or basically a stunt of the camera. His picture keeps on testing our comprehension of history. Number 8. The Voynich Manuscripts. Enigmatic images. The Voynich composition, named after Wilfrid Voynich, the clean book vendor who gained it in 1912, is a puzzle enclosed by a question. This 15th 100 Years Codex, loaded up with mysterious delineations. Furthermore, a text in an unidentified language has left the world's most brilliant personalities baffled. The composition is shown with captivating pictures of herbal examples, cosmic outlines, washing ladies, and drug drawings. These anyway don't compare to any known species or recognizable cosmic setups. Adding to the book's secret, a significant number of the plant species are unidentifiable, looking similar to any known plants on the planet. The cosmic graphs are similarly as astounding, with star heavenly bodies and planetary frameworks that don't match any perceived by current cosmologists. A few speculations have been proposed over the years, from the original copy being a pharmacopoeia, a catalytic text, to a work of speculative fiction. Notwithstanding various efforts to unravel the composition, its text, and the significance behind its curious representations remain a secret. The Voynich original copy stands as quite possibly of the most bewildering relic in the archives of history. The spellbinding pictures and enigmatic text welcome us into a world brimming with interest, secret, and the challenge of the unexplored world. Number 9. The Nazca Lines from Above. The Nazca Lines, huge geoglyphs made by the antiquated Nazca culture in Peru, are a wellspring of interminable interest and hypothesis. The interest extends when seen according to a flying viewpoint, uncovering a variety of plans, including creatures, plants, and mathematical shapes carved into the desert floor. The question that puzzles researchers is the secret. Furthermore, why a civilization that existed almost a long time back made such gigantic showstoppers that can be completely valued from an airborne viewpoint, a perspective apparently incomprehensible for the Nazca nation to accomplish. A few hypotheses propose strict, or on the other hand galactic purposes, recommending the Nazca Lines filled in as a monster observatory or a guide of underground water sources. Others recommend the lines were important for complex ceremonies to gather water. Anyway, these speculations don't totally make sense of the scale and accuracy of the lines or the justification for the explicit images picked. Moreover, they try not to explain how the Nazca figured out how to keep up with the point of view expected to make such precise portrayals on such a terrific scope, from extraterrestrial runways to monster cosmic schedules. The Nazca Lines' understandings are all around as shifted as the figures themselves. The truth remains that these mind-boggling geoglyphs saw best from a vantage point the Nazcas shouldn't have had the option to accomplish. Continue as a perplexing problem of human history. Number 10. The Hook Island Sea Monster. Photograph. The universe of unexplained history isn't bound to land. The ocean has its portion of secrets as well. One such puzzle is the Snare Island ocean beast, caught in a photo taken in 1964 by Robert Lacerec, a Frenchman traveling in Australia with his loved ones. The animal as displayed in the photo is a gigantic fledgling-like entity estimated to be 80 feet long, prowling in the shallow waters of Stonehaven Sound, Snare Island. The picture shows a colossal dim structure under the water with a recognizable head and eye alongside a twisted body extending into the profundities. Many have guessed that it very well may be an enduring ancient marine reptile like a plesiosaur or enormous obscure types of eel or ray. Anyway, others have recommended that it may have been an intricate lie, maybe a plastic sheet weighted down and organized to seem to be an ocean beast. Regardless of the persevering through incredulity, the photo has caught general society's creative mind for a really long time. The Snare Island ocean beast stays a getting through marine secret and an entrancing tale in the records of cryptozoology. Thanks for watching. For more interesting and exploring discovery, check out the next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel Curiosky TV.